Hello everyone, in today's tutorial we are going to determine the Thevenin equivalent circuit. So first we're given this question to determine the equivalent circuit. The first thing that we're going to do, as we all know, the RL is given in the middle of the circuit. We all know that if we are going to determine the equivalent circuit, we have to short circuit the voltage and therefore we have to open circuit the value of current. So for now, let's say that we have to redraw the circuit. So this will now be equals to, we have what? We have to open circuit what? We have to open circuit this, and we have the resistance, and therefore we have to what? We have to short circuit this. We have to short circuit and therefore we have what? The 2 amps current. So this is what? This is 6 ohm, and therefore this is what? This is 4 amp, this is A, this is B. So therefore we short circuit this. So for now, are we going to find the equivalent resistance or not? But you have to take note that this 2 ohm is below what? Below the voltage, and therefore we short circuit what? We short circuit the voltage. So therefore, because of the voltage is circuited, so therefore also these 2 amps of current will be circuited. So then the distance should now be what? The circuit should now be this. I will have this. And also I will have this, I will have what? The 6 amp current should now be, okay, so the 6 amp resistance should now be there. This should now be because I have what? The 4 amps. So this is what? This is 4 amp, and this is what? This is 6 amp. And therefore, this is what might determine what? The Thevenin what? The Thevenin resistance. So, sorry, the Thevenin voltage. So how can I find the Thevenin resistance? The Thevenin resistance is the same thing as C is what? Since it is parallel to 4. And what is C is parallel to 4? So therefore, as we all know, 1 over R is the same thing as 1 over R1 plus what? Plus 1 over R2, or R should now be equals to 1 over R1 plus what? 1 over R2 all to negative 1. So I think we're going to get 2 points. Let's check it and see. This should now be equals to 1 over the value of R1. What's the value of R1? The value of R1, yes, value of R1 is 6 and plus what? Plus 1 over value of what? Value of 4. And all is to the negative 1. Yes, 2.4 amp. So therefore the R Thevenin should now be equals to 2.4 current, 2.4 ohms. So the next thing that I'm going to do, I have to say that, so for now, I have to draw a new circuit because I've already find the Thevenin what? I already find the Thevenin resistance. So my new circuit should now be equals to, let me clean it. The new circuit should now be, I'm supposed to have what? I'm supposed to have 6 amp of current here. And therefore I have what? Let's say this is what? Let's say I have negative plus, and therefore I have what? I have the voltage, and therefore I have what? These 2 amps. So for here I have to compute the Thevenin what? The Thevenin voltage. It means I have to compute this circuit and see whether I can find the Thevenin voltage, so that my circuit should be full. I'll have my Thevenin voltage, and I will have my what? Thevenin resistance, and here I will have my what? I will have my RL. This is what I mean. So therefore, I have to say this is what? I have 6 ohm, and therefore I have what? I have 8 voltage. And therefore I have 2, then what next? That's all. I just have to say this is the same as what? The Thevenin. For now, the Thevenin voltage is the same thing as what? The Thevenin of what? 6 ohm. Because I'm looking for the voltage through what? Through this what? Through this 6 ohm resistor. So the next thing that I'm going to do here is that I have to take a look to this and say, let's call this as what? V1. Let's call this as what? Let's call it V2 or V Thevenin. Let's call it V2, and let's call this node. Let's take this node as what? V3. We all know each point if I carry it will give me what? 0. So but you have to take a look to this and say this is what? This is a supernode. This is a supernode. So therefore, for now, V2 minus what? minus V3 should now be equals to what? Should now be equals to 8. So therefore V2 minus 0 should now be equals to 8, and V2 it is equals to 8. Why? Because the V3 is what? Is 0. So the next thing that I'm going to do is that first, let me say that, so this V Thevenin it is equals to V6 ohm resistance. So I will say this 8, the 8 voltage should now multiplied by what? If I use the voltage what? I have to use the voltage divider. You can use voltage divider and you can use what? You can use the nodal analysis. But using the voltage divider, I will say I have the 6 ohm divide, because I'm looking for the voltage through what? Through the 6 ohm resistance. So I have to divide this. I have to say 6 plus what? Plus how many ohm resistance? 6 plus how many? Okay, sorry, I have 6 ohm resistance here. Sorry for that. I have what? I have 6 ohm resistance. So therefore I have to say plus 6 and then multiply by what? By the voltage, which is 8. So this should now be equals to 6 multiplied by 8, it will give me what? 48. Divide by 6 plus this, it will give me what? 10. 6 multiplied by 8 is the same thing as 48, and therefore 6 plus 4 is the same as 10. So let me say the answer 48 divided by 10. So this should now be equals to 4.8 voltage. So therefore the new circuit here should now be what? Let me draw the circuit. I have what? I have the voltage, and I have what? The Thevenin resistance, and I have what? The load current. So the load current, what is the load current as usual as I draw it? The load current. Yes, the load current, it is 3. So this is 3, and therefore I have what? The resistance, the Thevenin resistance as 2.4, and I have the voltage as what? 4.8. So this is the circuit. So but there's another way that we can find the voltage drop. Okay, sorry, we can find the Thevenin voltage using nodal analysis. As I said, this is what? This is a supernode. So therefore you can use the what? Nodal analysis as saying V1 minus V2, V2 minus what? V3 to what? To find the value of this V, and again it will give you the same answer. If you tried it, keep it in the comment section if you don't get it, so that we can see how we can make a video and find the Thevenin voltage using what? Using nodal analysis. Thank you for watching. This is all I have for you for today. Kindly consider subscribing. Don't forget to like, comment, and share.